I wouldn't use her.
But yes, I had everything. I had releases, I had all of it. I did too. And I got to quit. And I got imagine
So if
myself
you
being
just
a
got
girl.
one, you could just.
I can't even imagine now being a girl.
Me?
No, me. Like, that's all. I only had girls.
Good evening and welcome to the regular city council meeting. Today is Tuesday, March 18th, 2025, and it's 6 p.m. Regular meetings are generally held on the first and third Tuesday of each month in city council chambers here at City Hall. City Clerk Assistant, please call the roll.
Yes, Mayor. Councilmember Jennings.
Here.
Councilmember Winstead.
Present.
Councilmember Otto.
Here?
Mayor Pro Tem Johns.
Here.
Mayor Genoway.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Tonight we have two closed session items. We will now take public comments on closed session items. Do we have any public comments, Madam Clerk?
No, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Public comment is now closed. City Attorney Smith, will you please read us into closed session?
Yeah, thanks, Mayor and Council. The closed session will involve discussion of two items. One is exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9. The other is a discussion of real property negotiations. The property in question is listed in the agenda. All required disclosures are made in your published agenda tonight, and the council will be giving direction on those, and no final action is contemplated.
Thank you. We will now recess into closed session.
That's how you show it. You don't have to do that, but you should wear it anymore. See this path right here? This shows you your area of the light, so you know it's reads.
Good evening. I would like to call the meeting back to order at 7 p.m. City Attorney Smith, is there any reportable action from the closed session?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. No reportable action was taken in closed session.
Thank you very much. Now I'd like to invite Councilmember Kelly Jennings to provide this evening's invocation, followed by Boy Scout Troop 700 to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you very much. All rise, please. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with gratitude and the opportunity to serve our community. Grant us wisdom and discernment as we make decisions that impact the lives of those we represent. May our discussions be filled with respect, our actions guided by integrity, and our hearts focused on the well-being of all. Help us to lead with humility, seeking common ground, and work together in unity for the greater good. Bless our residents, our city staff, our public servants, and all who contribute, making our city a thriving, compassionate, and vibrant place to live. In your name we pray. Amen.
And now Boy Scout Troop 700.
Color guard, attention. Audience, please rise. Those in uniform, salute. Those not in uniforms, put your right hand over your heart. Color guard, advance. Color guard, halt. Please, color guard, present the colors. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2.
Great job, guys. We'll meet you in the well in just a moment. All right, great job. Let's hear it for our scouts. You guys look very nice tonight, and I'm really liking the white glove treatment for our Pledge of Allegiance. Why don't you tell us your name, your grade, and what your favorite part about scouting is?
My name is Henry Liu. What's the second question?
Grade.
I'm in 7th grade, and my favorite part about scouting is camping.
All right. Here you go. Name, grade, and favorite part.
My name's Wyatt McCarthy, and I'm in 5th grade, and same as him, camping.
All right, very nice.
My name is James Huggins, and I'm in 6th grade, and my favorite part about camping, Boy Scouts is camping.
My name is Nicholas Soto, and the same thing as him, as literally everybody. My favorite thing about scouting is camping.
My name is William Liu. I'm in 7th grade, and my favorite part about scouting is earning merit badges and camping.
Introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Gary Banyas, Scoutmaster, Troop 700. My favorite thing, well, I'm very old, and my favorite thing is flags at Laguna Niguel.
That's a great answer. We like that answer. All right, so let's get a photograph and then we'll dismiss. All right, scoot in, guys. All right, now are you going to dismiss us?
Dismissed.
All right, thank you so much, Scout Troop 700. We have no further presentations tonight. All right, we will now move on to public comments. Any person wishing to address the City Council is respectfully asked to complete and present a gold-colored request to speak form. Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak?
No, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Public comment is now closed. We will now move on to our consent calendar. Are there any items to be pulled from the consent calendar for questions or discussion by the council?
Yeah, item number 8, please.
All right, number 8. Are there any further items? No. Is there a motion to approve the balance? Moved by Johns, seconded by Otto. Members, please vote. The motion is adopted, 5-0. We will now move on to item number 8. Councilmember Otto.
Thank you so much. I just want to highlight this for our residents. This is an item to award professional services to Laws Parking, California, for summer trolley operations and special events shuttle services. I wanted to highlight that we are adding 5 new stops on the northern route, and I just had a few questions for Public Works. The 5 new stops on the northern route, when is that starting? And how can we ensure that we continue to offer this route?
Thank you for your question, Councilmember Otto. The 5 new stops are awarded within the grant, so they will continue for the duration of the grant, which goes through 2031. And they'll initiate this summer at Memorial Weekend and continue through Labor Day weekend.
Great. Thank you so much. Well, this is an important item to help the mobility of our residents, and it's a free service. So you can go to lntrolley.com. And that is the end of my advertisement. Thank you, everybody. With that, I will move the item number 8.
All right, moved by Councilmember Otto, seconded by Councilmember Jennings. Please vote. The item is adopted, 5-0. Thank you very much. All right, we will now move on to our discussion item. We have one discussion item this evening for the 2025 Laguna Niguel Strategic Plan Update. City Manager Letourneau, will you please provide us with an update on this item?
I'd be happy to. Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. It's a pleasure to present the 2025 strategic plan to you this evening and the 6th strategic plan for the City of Laguna Niguel. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Okay. Before I present the details of the 2025 plan, I would like to share the city's mission, vision, and values that were established through the creation of the first strategic plan that was adopted in 2019. Our mission is the City of Laguna Niguel is committed to providing a vibrant quality of life for all residents, businesses, and visitors in a safe, beautiful, and involved community. Our vision is the City of Laguna Niguel is dedicated to preserving a safe, flourishing, and community-oriented environment through thoughtful engagement, financial responsibility, and a commitment to innovation. Our values are integrity, excellence, innovation, security, quality, and service. Before we talk about the goals for the future, I believe it's equally important to celebrate the successes of the past year. This is an infographic, which is a graphical representation of our 2024 accomplishments. A detailed accomplishments list can be found in attachment A of your staff report. I'd like to highlight a few of those accomplishments from the last year, such as ending the last fiscal year with a $2.2 million general fund surplus, completing the La Paz Road Long-Term Phase 2 plan, restoring two-way traffic flow on La Paz Road, adopting the general plan update vision statement, installing over 10,500 square feet of concrete infrastructure repairs and 88,000 square feet of asphalt repairs. We facilitated a joint operation briefing with the Sheriff's Department and OCFA to prepare for wildfire season. We launched the city's quarterly newsletter called Laguna Niguel Beacon, shining a light on city progress. And we ended the year with a general fund reserve balance of over $53.3 million, which is 108.3% of our general fund expenditures for that year. Those are just a few of the examples of the thousands of accomplishments in 2024. I want to thank each of you, Mayor and City Council members, for your support, your trust, and your leadership. I also want to thank each and every city employee in our organization and our partners in the Sheriff's Department and the Fire Authority for the outstanding work every single person does every day to achieve these amazing accomplishments. We have such an amazing team, and I'm extremely proud of all of them. Now let's move on to the details of the 2025 strategic plan. In the strategic plan, we have 6 goals, which are public safety, fiscal sustainability, open space and environmental preservation, infrastructure and technology, economic and community development, communication, and community outreach. Attachment B of your staff report is the detailed strategic plan that shows each goal and the strategies that will accomplish those goals. I will highlight a few strategies for each goal for you this evening. For goal number 1, public safety strategies include items such as enhancing our volunteer support programs and community education initiatives, continuing the Business Watch and Business Enhancement Team, and the utilization of technology to enhance public safety and emergency preparedness. For goal number 2, fiscal sustainability, strategies include such things as transitioning to a biannual budget process, the implementation of a citywide electronic contract management and procurement software, conducting a utility and franchisee audit, and updating our records retention policy. Some examples of strategies for goal number 3 which is open space and environmental preservation. We have developing our 10-year trails and open space maintenance plan, enhancing our open space education programs, and completing the habitat restoration project at Chaparosa Park. For goal number 4, infrastructure and technology, some of the strategies include completing the following: an energy efficiency evaluation, our active transportation study, our citywide bus shelter improvement program, permanent repairs of La Paz Road, and an IT infrastructure assessment. Several strategies for goal number 5, economic and community development, include completing the general plan update, completing a comprehensive municipal code update, the implementation of our approved and certified housing element, and expanding our summer trolley program, which you just did this evening. Goal number 6 is communication and community outreach. And some of the strategies we've established to accomplish this goal include the utilization of new and existing technologies to expand our community outreach, utilizing data analysis to curate our citywide messaging, and updating the cable channel programming to enhance the viewer experience. And tonight, we recommend that you adopt the 2025 strategic plan. And that concludes my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you very much for that report. Are there any questions from the council for staff? Seeing no questions, I will now open public comment. Madam Clerk, are there any requests to speak?
No, Mayor.
Seeing none, public comment is now closed. Are there any comments from the council? Councilmember Jennings.
Thank you very much. First, I want to take a moment to recognize and sincerely thank our incredible city staff, police services, and OCFA for their outstanding work and dedication in accomplishing the numerous strategic plan goals in 2024. And by the way, it's 14 pages long. Your commitment to excellence and service to our community is evident in the many accomplishments we have achieved as a city. From enhancing public safety and maintaining our beautiful parks and infrastructure to fostering economic growth and strengthening community engagement, your hard work has made a meaningful impact on Laguna Niguel. A special thank you to City Manager Letourneau and Assistant City Manager Martin for your exceptional leadership. Your ability to keep the focus on our strategic goals and ensure that we continue to make progress for the good of our city is truly commendable. Your guidance has been instrumental in driving initiatives that benefit all residents, and we appreciate your vision and dedication. As we look ahead to 2025, the updated strategic plan reflects our ongoing commitment to making Laguna Niguel the best place to work, play, and live. With a strong team and clear priorities, I am confident that we will continue to achieve great things together. Thank you again to everyone involved in this process. We appreciate all that you do. Thank you.
Councilmember Otto.
Thank you so much. I want to thank staff for that report and for a terrific planning session that we had last month. This is a good plan forward for the future of our city. It's not written in stone, and we make adjustments throughout the year and years to come, but it's a fantastic planning document and a roadmap that can be staff's policy guide as they do the work of the city. It's a great process, and I hope that we continue this process for years to come. I do want to point out a few things that I want to highlight, not repeating what the manager has said, but I really want to highlight some things that stood out for me as big successes of last year and why those are important. Launching the Beacon newsletter was a great way to keep residents informed, and it's been wildly successful from the open rate. People really wanted to hear more from their city, and I appreciate you for doing that and taking that initiative to bring the Beacon to our residents. It is our job, and it is our priority to keep residents informed. We revamped our human services division, and Ms. Lumley's done a great job. I know I've referred a lot of people to her. She supported 85 people in need and housed 7 people. And this is a big part of how we prevent homelessness in the city. We amended the city's reserve policy to emphasize infrastructure investment. And instead of having a whole bunch of pile of money sitting in one place, we have a purpose, and it's just more intentional. And I really appreciate that as well. You mentioned the investment income increasing by 550% over projections, passing a balanced budget with a $2.2 million surplus. In police services, we are utilizing sworn e-bike patrols to broaden our enforcement of e-bikes. So every year we've done something to address the e-bike situation in our city. And so I thank Police Services for your work on that. In Parks and Rec, we achieved a 53% increase in volunteer recruitment. And that doesn't just great for us to save costs, but it builds community because people are involved in their city. And so that's a huge thing as well. And then you had Crown Valley Community Center rentals surpass projected rentals again with a high satisfaction rate, in fact, 99% customer satisfaction rate. So thank you for that. And you also improved, Director Harmon, the Sea Country Festival, and you did a great job. Everybody was very appreciative of that. We expanded the senior center hours. That was resident driven. You know, they wanted that open another hour. So thank you for being responsive to our residents' needs. You're working on bike lane improvements and the dividers, and we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on that. Updated Marina Hills Park. We opened up La Paz Road. We added green conflict zones for bikes. Alicia, Avila, La Paz, and around the ziggurat, and people love those as well. So thank you, Director Scott, for doing that. We launched a spring banner program featuring the butterfly to provide beautification, unique identity, and city pride. And I think those are I've gotten compliments on those as well. We applied to become a Tree City USA, and today we found out that we got the designation. So I brought this idea to the city manager's office, and I just want to thank council colleagues for supporting it at our last planning session. So thank you so much for that. I think this is a great way to bring identity to our city. So those are the highlights of last year. I want to go over the future highlights that I'm excited about. In police services, expanding the YANA program, You Are Not Alone. And that is if you are a resident and you are living alone, and we have, obviously, it's volunteers come in and check in on folks, typically senior citizens. I just think that's a wonderful program, and I'm so glad that you want to expand that and complete the Business Watch sticker program, which was mentioned. I love that we're going to a 2-year budget, and the reason why we're going to a 2-year budget is because it saves a lot of staff time for prep, and that is going to free staff up to do other things, other ways to serve our residents. And so a 2-year budget is a great way to streamline the budget process. We're going to complete that open space inventory map, and that helps with all those questions we get on the dry brush questions, like whose responsibility is it to trim this brush? And I get a lot of emails on those as well. So I appreciate that. We're going to complete the active transportation study, pave roads. We talked about the summer trolley to the Metrolink station. We talked about the chat bot, or we didn't talk about it, but the chat bot named Beacon on the website. Everybody interacts and gets information differently, and Beacon is just another way for residents to get information. Finally, the Habitat Restoration Grant, hopefully we get that with TCA. That's $500,000, where it's an area near Chaparosa Park that can restore to native habitat. It's habitat restoration. So not only is it make it more beautiful, but it also makes it more safe because it's fire resilient. So those are just some of my highlights that I want to make sure the public know about. I so appreciate the staff for all the work that you've done, and you've put together a great plan to move forward. Thank you so much.
Councilmember Winstead.
Thank you. I completely agree with my council member colleagues on everything they've said about the strategic plan and working with staff, and that the staff is an amazing team. I'm not going to go through everything again, but just wanted to add that if anybody wants to look and see what the last accomplishments were for 2024, there's an amazing list. It's attached as attachment A to this agenda item. Has each department, the different awards, and all of the accomplishments. And the only thing I wanted to add that I didn't think was touched on was the businesses. So for economic development, and Laguna Niguel is a business-friendly city, there's some great businesses that opened. Trying to touch all of them. Chaska, India is a great place. They've got really good food. Jack's Woodside Grill, I've mentioned them in the past. I was just there this past Saturday with my family. I think they celebrated their 1-year anniversary and had to get those biscuits and gravy again. Let's see, also Legend Seafood and Steakhouse, really good place. I think that's gonna be a local favorite for date nights for my husband and I. There's a Alahana acai bowls and coffee that just opened on that corner. Haven't gotten there yet. If you've been there, let me know how it is, but I plan to hit there soon. So there's a great list of restaurants that have opened up, also some storefronts, the golf lot, so plan to stop by there soon. I encourage everybody to check them out. So thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Johns.
Thank you. Let me pull out this 20-page They've covered everything, my colleagues have. I just want to thank the staff. This is extremely hard work on top of the general plan and the municipal code that you're handling this year. So thank you all very much for the hard work that you've done this year.
This is a wonderful document. This is an excellent document. This is what sets our city apart from so many other cities in Orange County. It is important for us to set our priorities, because if you have too many priorities, you truly have no priorities. And so we put in writing what our priorities are for each of the 6 pillars of our strategic plan. And we manage expectations each year by putting these in writing so that we can have realistic achievements, not just here in City Hall, but for all the residents here in Laguna Niguel. The planning is what sets our city apart. And I'll go on record as saying we've got the best staff in all of Orange County. And I say Orange County because that's the region we know. We speak to other city council members, and we see the work of staff in other cities. In Laguna Niguel, everybody from our department heads all the way down, our entire staff, we truly have the best. And this document is a testament to that. I encourage every resident to go onto our agenda, click on the link to open this document. You will get to see all of the wonderful things that this city is doing. Councilmember Otto detailed many of the things that staff has brought to this council so that we can accomplish. And just another kudos to staff. You know, we're the elected officials. You guys make us look really good. You make us look really good. And it's almost not even fair for any of us to take individual credit, because you are the subject matter experts coming to us with these recommendations. And I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the residents thank you as well for making this one of the best cities in the United States of America. So thank you so much. And is there a motion to adopt the strategic plan? Motion made by Councilmember Winstead, seconded by Councilmember Jennings. Members, please vote. The motion is adopted 5-0. Thank you very much.
Mayor, can I just want to say thank you very much
Oh.
for all the kind comments. And I also want to mention that the strategic plan has its own webpage on our city's website. So you can see all the past plans, all of our accomplishments, and this one will be on there too.
That's awesome. That
Thank
is
you, Mayor.
great. All right, we will now move on to City Council, City Manager, and Department Head reports. Are there any council members who would like to speak? Councilmember Jennings.
Thank you very much. I have a quick comment. I would just like to highlight the great work of our youth committee, for which Councilmember Otto and I have the privilege of serving as liaisons. Right now, they are hosting a food drive to collect shelf-stable food items benefiting South County Outreach, an organization who helps those in need in our community. Donations are being accepted now through March 21st and can be dropped off at Crown Valley Community Center. I encourage everyone who is able to contribute and support this wonderful effort by our engaged and dedicated youth leaders. Thank you so much.
Councilmember Winstead.
Thank you, Mayor. So as our mayor mentioned just a few minutes ago, what sets our city apart? There's so many things that set our city apart. It's just this amazing place to live, to work, just to go and shop and drive our great streets. So not that long ago, March 7th, Mayor Genoway and I attended a Meet the Mayors event that was over at our Crown Valley Community Center. And there were mayors from other cities, there were council members, there were staff, there were people from various service organizations that were there. And it was really enjoyable to go there, be around these other people, to hear about what it's like in their city, but also to hear their impressions of ours. And one of the first things I heard was a mayor from one of our beach communities a little further north said that as he was driving here, he said, I just noticed the amount of trees, the lush greenery, the shrubbery. It's just beautiful. Now, it didn't hurt that week it had rained a lot, but still it was beautiful. And he had said, I hadn't noticed that. And then also there were council members and mayors who were commenting on the beautiful community center. They said, you know what, we don't have a place like this where we can meet. So I just really wanted to thank the staff and thank the community for helping us have this wonderful place, for volunteering. The volunteers are the ones who also help with our fiscal sustainability and public safety, because when you're volunteering, we don't have to spend money on providing those services to the residents. So definitely want to thank the PACT volunteers who have logged over 6,673 volunteer hours by helping supplement police personnel and resources, by participating in the YANA program, You Are Not Alone. If you don't know about that, and you know somebody who might be shut in and would benefit, please reach out to the city. There's information on the website. Volunteers will go and sit with the people or call them just to make sure that they're safe. Also, speaking of volunteers, we have, I mentioned at the last meeting, we've got vacancies on the committees and commissions for the city. The deadline for those applications is this Friday at 5 p.m. Please don't have your application be late. It won't be accepted. But if you are interested in having a voice and being heard a little bit louder and helping kind of direct staff as far as providing suggestions, I recommend applying for the city committees and commissions. And with that, I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Otto.
Thank you. Well, March is Women's History Month, and March 8th was International Women's Day. And in March, we celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. And we recognize that their society still has work to do towards gender parity. 475 attendees came to the Cal Optima Fair, in partnership with our city and the OC Healthcare Agency. They received free community resources, naloxone, health and dental screenings, and they were able to get enrollment assistance for Medi-Cal and CalFresh. Congratulations to new Chamber CEO, Teresa Schickling. I look forward to working with her to continue to make Laguna Niguel a great place to do business. I attended the ribbon cutting at Stratford School. This is a great addition to our community, especially after we lost McDowell mid-school year. So welcome to Stratford School. Moving on, I was invited to speak at Laguna Niguel Rotary regarding the proposed BESS facility and went along with Teresa Ford, who represented Blesson. And there were a lot of great questions, and I appreciated the dialogue with residents. I also attended the United Way's Homelessness 101 virtual seminar to get more educated on that issue and their approach. And I was also invited to the Orange County Islamic Foundation Iftar dinner. The mayor was there as well. And I just look forward to this dinner every year. It's a wonderful, it's a wonderful interfaith gathering, and I really do look forward to it every year. The city's supporting AB 334. This is a TCA bill. It is sponsored by Kari Petrie Norris, and it is about interoperability. So this is something that helps residents in Orange County, but it also helps TCA recoup tolls. So right now there's some issues with, we cannot capture the data that we want to capture with the current laws. So this law will help us capture the data that we need to recoup tolls from people who come in from out of the area. Will also allow our people with our transponders to go anywhere in the West, and it'll be billed to their TCA account. So hopefully this will get passed. So if you have friends in the state legislature, AB 334 is a yes. On that note of TCA, it's spring tour time. The TCA has conservation land that is not open to the public. However, we open it up to the public in the spring. And those dates, you can sign up at the toll roads/spring tours, May 3rd, May 14th, and 17th. Finally, happy Nowruz to our Iranian American friends who are celebrating the beginning of spring. Happy Nowruz. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Johns.
Thank you. I want to thank Councilmember Kelly Jennings for allowing me to attend and participate in 2 of the junior civics classes that you put on, both in February and then again in March. I had a great time. Those kids know more about civics than I will ever know. It was amazing how smart they really were. They're very smart young people. So again, thank you very much for having me there. I had a great time, especially passing out those little certificates in March. Also, most of us attended the Stratford School preschool ribbon cutting. That was a great event. It's for preschoolers all the way up to 6th grade. I was amazed to see that they were teaching these little 5-year-olds Spanish. It's like, I failed Spanish in high school, so I can't imagine doing it as a preschooler. And finally, I'm going to be doing a ride-along with our Sheriff's Department next week. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been in a black and white in 20 years, so I want to see how different it is out there, and I'll report back. So thank you.
Gene, will that be your first time in a police car?
In the front seat.
In the front seat, okay. All right, very good. All right, so it's been a busy 2 weeks. I was honored to represent our city at the South Orange County Economic Coalition's Meet the Mayors event. There were mayors from 11 cities in South Orange County. They all convened right here in Laguna Niguel at the Crown Valley Community Center. And it's true what Council Member Winstead said, there was many compliments. Compliments abound for our city, for our community center. Even one mayor said he is envious of our community center. He said that in the microphone to everybody else. I thought that was a great compliment. But it was a wonderful event where every mayor got to give an update about economic development in their city, and it was just a great opportunity to connect with some of the local businesses in South Orange County. I sent a series of letters of legislative advocacy on some bills. One of the bills, Councilmember Otto just mentioned about the operations of toll facilities. I also sent a bill supporting a bill that would exempt the Orange County Veteran Cemetery from CEQA requirements to help streamline the Veteran Cemetery at Gypsum Canyon. Also sent a letter of support on a bill that Assemblymember Davies authored to require that any application for a battery facility also be accompanied with an emergency action plan. That is currently not required, but it needs to be. So I will continue monitoring some of the pieces of legislation that are moving through Sacramento that would help benefit our city and take a stance on those. I also attended the ribbon cutting at Stratford School. That is just on the corner of Golden Lantern and Aloma. A wonderful new school just opened. They had Socrates the Lion, the mascot there. Police Services was out there in force. It was wonderful to see. The kindergartners and first graders performed songs. It was just the cutest darn thing you'd ever seen. And fun fact about that school, it's named Stratford because they pride themselves on being a school of literary excellence. And Stratford, England, is the birthplace of William Shakespeare. So now you'll know the namesake of that school. Also enjoyed attending the iftar dinner at the Orange County Islamic Center. It's wonderful to see so many leaders of different faiths in Orange County. I think that's really the highlight of that event, is that it's not just people from the Islamic faith, but also Jewish faith and Christian faith and many denominations. And so they get to speak, and it's a wonderful melting pot of cultures at that one event. And the food is amazing. The food is incredible at the Islamic Center. All right, Citizen of the Year nominations are open until this Friday. They are due this Friday. You can find more information on that on our website. So if you'd like to nominate a Laguna Niguel resident for Citizen of the Year, you can do that. Just go to our website and search on our website for that. As Councilmember Winstead said, commissioner applications are due at the very same time, 5 o'clock this coming Friday. Really excited for our new chamber CEO, Teresa Schickling. She previously worked at Family Assistance Ministries. You've probably seen her over at the Resale Boutique or any of the many events that we've had around town. So really looking forward to working with her to continue that strong relationship between the city of Laguna Niguel and the business community. And on the 20th, it is Persian New Year. So to all who celebrate, Nowruz Mubarak. Thank you very much. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And City Manager Letourneau, are there any staff reports?
We have no department reports this evening.
All right. Well, our meeting is adjourned at 7:38. Thank you.